Hello everyone, welcome to another Fight of the Night review, the first Fight of the Night review of 2024, and it took place last night at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and it was the main event, fun fact, between Sean Strickland, current middleweight champion Sean Strickland, and Dricus du Plessis, and it was all 5 rounds, so I would say we have to get through it quick, but my cat's here too. Isn't he cute? We begin as always with round 1. There is a bit of a feeling out process at first. Sean throws the left, Dricus starts throwing some kicks, but Sean keeps backing him up with punches and a T to the body. He also lands a leg kick as well and keeps DDP at a distance, but Sean checks the kick and Dricus lands some stuff after that. Sean keeps Dricus on the outside with his jab, opening a cut on the bridge of Dricus' nose and even evading some of Dricus' bigger punches before Dricus snaps a body kick. Dricus lands a head kick and another body kick too, but Sean evades more punches and checks another leg kick. He also lands another jab, but Dricus lands a head kick and gets a takedown despite Sean defending well at first. Sean gets back up for a moment before DDP drags him back down, but they break from it and get back to standing. Sean even causes well under Dricus' eye, I think his right eye, from the jabs he's landing, and while Dricus lands another kick, Sean closes the round with a big right as the horn sounds. Honestly, even though I sort of made the round sound fairly close, it was pretty one-sided in favour of Sean, so I'm giving round 1 to him. His jabs were really good at keeping Dricus on the outside. He was defending well. He checked pretty much every leg kick that the Dricus threw in round 1. Didn't really check the body kicks super well, but used his evasion to get past Dricus' overhands, and he was throwing quite a lot of them in round 1 with Dricus. So, yeah, I give round 1 to Sean. Defensively, really smart, and offensively quite smart too, even though he did suffer a couple of takedowns. Standing up, he was probably the better man, outlanding with the jabs, doubling up on occasion, and closing out again with the big right hand. So yeah, I give round 1 to Sean. We then get to round 2, DDP opens with another overhand right, but Sean keeps his head out of the way, checking more kicks as DDP lands a left hook and is spinning backwards as well, but DDP keeps eating jabs and more T-kicks from Sean. By the way, I'm calling Dricus DDP because that's his initials and everyone else calls him that either way, so yeah, just getting that out of the way now. But Sean lands a left that seems to wobble Dricus, and he keeps using his jab to keep him at bay, and DDP goes for another spinning back fist but doesn't quite get it, just barely landing a left hook after that. They get back to the centre of the octagon and Sean lands a leg kick. Dricus throws more overhands but doesn't quite get them, and Sean gets another check and lands some punches through the guard. DDP lands some good body punches but keeps running into more hooks from Sean, but he does land another solid right hand and a body kick as well. DDP starts to get closer with his overhands, even landing one and some good straights to back Sean up, even getting another takedown, landing some body shots, but Sean gets back up quickly again. Dricus lands a leg kick and he backs Sean up with another solid double jab, even though Dricus' left eye is starting to swell from the damage that Sean's been doing. And that was the end of round 2, and I'm giving round 2 to Sean as well. It was a lot closer than round 1 was, with Dricus actually starting to put his strikes together a bit more, but Sean again fought well defensively. He even countered Dricus' takedowns in this round. And yeah, just fought a lot smarter. It was very similar in terms of striking, but I think Sean was just a lot cleaner with it, and he was landing a lot more clearly than Dricus was. Dricus did get overzealous, but again, he was starting to find his overhands. He was starting to find his distance quite well. So yeah, I give round 2 to Sean. Excuse me, I have round 1 as well, but round 2 to Sean. But it is quite close. We then get to round 3, Dricus opens with some overhands and Sean throws some more jabs, but Dricus lands a head kick, but Sean keeps going with the jabs and a good front kick as well. DDP throws a good leg kick and a nice left hook, and he keeps pushing Sean back into venting, even going for another head kick, which Sean avoids. Dricus goes for another back fist and lands a body kick, and he keeps backing Sean up even with Sean landing more jabs, and DDP also goes for another back fist and more overhands. DDP lands a big left and a leg kick too, keeping the pressure up and going for a spinning back kick, which Sean gets away from and lands a nice double jab, but Dricus goes for a blitz. Sean evades another head kick, but Dricus keeps walking Sean back and even goes for another takedown, which Sean defends, and DDP throws more shots with a good trade and a nice left hook by Sean to close the round. So I did make this round sound fairly close, and it was fairly close, but Dricus was starting to pull away with things, and I'm giving round 3 to Dricus. I do think he did more than enough. Again, he was finding his distance, he was finding a lot better in Season 3, in round 3. Yeah, just landing at a really good clip. You know, again, fighting the overhands, landing more body kicks, which was good, throwing more head kicks to keep Sean guessing, and didn't mix up to the takedowns as much as I thought he would, but he did keep Sean guessing enough for Sean to even get a really good takedown out of it. But round 3 I am giving to Dricus. We then go to round 4, Sean lands some good punches. To start, DDP goes for a head kick, doesn't quite get it, but he keeps getting closer with the overhands, and he goes for another takedown, but Sean defends, and Dricus lands an elbow to cut Sean's left eye as they get up. Also, Sean got a cut in his right eye at some point in round 3, I think, maybe from a punch from Dricus, but either way Sean lands right, and another right as he eats a body kick from DDP, but Sean lands an overhand as well. Sean lands more good stuff to the body, Dricus goes more up top, Sean lands some good 1-2s, and where there's a blitz going for a clinch, which DDP turns into a trip and gets a really good takedown out of it. It's really smooth. Sean manages to get up quickly again, which seems to be his MO throughout this fight, but Dricus keeps landing shots to the left eye of Sean, making the cut that he'd opened up worse and keeping him against the cage. There was no joke, a point where the blood was running down a straight line like this, and Sean looked a bit like Mortal Kombat from the initial generation of Mortal Kombat. Sorry, he looked like Sub-Zero from the initial generation of Mortal Kombat games. That's staying in, fuck it. Anyway, Dricus gets another takedown, and as Sean gets up, Dricus gets a back clinch and another takedown of that sort of German suplex style, but Sean gets up again with these. Two starts slugging it out to close out the round, with Dricus landing an uppercut but Sean checking a kick. Dricus misses more overhands, but Sean lands a nice 1-2, and DDP goes for a flurry as the round ends, and round 4 definitely more definitively in Dricus' favour, so I'm giving round 4 to him. I don't know if I said round 2 just then, but it's round 4. I'm giving round 4 to Dricus. Yeah, he was landing way, way better. He got like 3 takedowns in a row, which was really good. Yeah, he busted Sean open as well. Like, he was focusing a lot on the cut, which I think was a smart move from him, and he was starting to mix his stuff up a little bit better. He wasn't going for the just the overhands anymore, even though we were starting to find them, but once he was able to get close because of Sean's range, even though they have the same reach advantage, well, they have the identical reach, and I found it weird that Dricus couldn't get inside Sean's stuff. I think it's because Dricus might be a bit shorter than Sean is, but yeah, that shouldn't make a difference if the reach is the same. But anyway, once he was able to get inside, he was able to land some blitzes, and I do think that's what helped Dricus take round 4 for me. We then get to the 5th and final round. Dricus goes for a body kick off the bat, which Sean catches, and the two stay in the pocket, with Sean landing some good stuff, but eating a body kick and an uppercut from Dricus. Sean lands another 1-2, even a nice leg kick as well, with DDP landing a 1-2 of his own, but Sean counters with another jab. They keep staying close and throwing, Sean landing an overhand right, evading some shots and landing nicely. DDP goes for another head kick and some punches before going in for a takedown, which gets defended. Sean lands a big right, again dodging more overhands and an uppercut as well, as DDP goes for another takedown, which Sean manages to sprawl out of. Sean keeps tanking stuff as well and throwing his right hands, but he does eat a couple more from Dricus. Sean lands a jab, the two trade straights before DDP lands a body kick as the final minute kicks in. The two trade well, going back and forth, with Sean landing with more power, clipping DDP with the right hand, with DDP landing one as well, and Sean has, he backs up DDP with a few of them too. They brawl it out and Sean lands a knee to the body, throwing 2 more punches before the round, and by virtue the fight ends, and I'm giving round 5 to Strickland. So we kind of have to talk about this. So even though I, in my, because I'm a professional MMA judge and critic, as people know, and world famous, I do think Sean did enough to win it, and sadly he didn't. The official result was Dricus winning by split decision, and yeah, he is the current champion, but I do feel like Sean did do enough in round 5, because I could see people going either way with round 2. There's no question in my mind that Sean won round 1. I think he did enough to win round 2. Dricus did do enough to win round 3. He definitely did more than enough to win round 4. That was probably his best round. And round 5 was, fun and entertaining and a good slug. But I don't think Dricus did enough to win, and I think Sean was the one who... I think he should still be champion, but, a lot of people are thinking it's a controversial decision, and I do want to see them run it back. But it all depends on round 2, I think. I think that's where a lot of the... I think that's where a lot of the controversy lies. I personally think Sean did enough, but a lot of people think Dricus did enough. And, actually, a lot of people think Sean did enough too, to be honest, and they still think he was robbed. But either way, I did enjoy the fight. I don't think it's going to be in my top 10 for 2 reasons. One, it's the first fight of the night of 2024, and 2, it wasn't really fun, and it's weird that it wasn't exactly a fun fight, especially considering the fucking trash talk these two were doing against each other beforehand. Not something I usually pay attention to, but sometimes it's difficult to avoid. And also, they were in Canada, usually one of the most molten hot crowds for MMA. I don't know, it didn't really feel like anything, not until the final minute of the fight at least. Like, the final round was a lot of fun, very back and forth, bloody, sluggish. But there wasn't really many other moments like that. There wasn't any super big moments. As a tactical technical fight, it was pretty good. But I didn't want these two to have a tactical technical fight after all the shit they've been saying to each other. I just didn't. They did show respect to each other as well. They touched gloves twice, but, as referee Mark Goddard did a great job. Was talking down the rules and stuff. And they touched gloves at the start of round 5 too, which I did enjoy. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be in my top 10. A lot of people are saying this fight's better than it is. I didn't think it was that fun. I thought it was good on a technical level, and I thought round 5 was a lot of fun, but it just didn't feel like the rest of the fight lived up to round 5. That'll be do it though. The next thing you'll see me for will probably be a Music of the Week episode on Thursday. And then on Friday will be a reaction. The reaction I was going to do yesterday but didn't do because I was a bit behind on albums and stuff like that. But that's coming on Friday, I promise. And then the other thing besides that is PVW versus AVW on Friday night. So yeah, that'll about do it for this, and I'll see you all on Thursday most likely. As always, thank you for watching. You're awesome.